All right, happy Monday, everybody. We are in the kitchen getting ready for the week, and I'm just going to show you what's going on in here. So first, let's see here. So the first thing we got going on, we got some salmon being sliced. So we're going to do salmon for salads and also do salmon for our lunch pop-up tomorrow. So Al is just cutting the salmon into portions. So you can see how we're getting our portions of salmon. Tomorrow we're doing a soy ginger glazed salmon, so this will be for that, and it'll also be for salads. We're gonna do 2 different seasonings on our salmon. So those beautiful salmon portions. All right, let's go see what's going on in the back. All right, so we have Christopher back here. He is making cornbread in this bowl. You gotta come over here. They can't see you over there.
Oh, my bad, my bad.
I just got the bowl in here. You want to say anything about your baking endeavors this morning?
Well, just, a little bit of chocolate cake here, a little bit of cornbread there.
Oh, okay, all right. So he got some cornbread. And then the other bowl, he's got chocolate cake going. He's getting his pan set and ready.
Yep.
So things are coming together nicely back here. He already has some red velvet cake on the cooling rack. So I already have that going. I can come. And carrot cake. Got carrot cake. They're actually just out of the fridge, so they were nice and cold. I'm going to frost them a little bit later. So Chris got it going on back here. On this table up front, we got some roasted chicken going. So we're about to season the chicken for the roasted chicken. And then that's going to go and get ready for tomorrow. So we got a few things going on this morning. A lot of things. Chris corrected me. A lot of things going on this morning. So here's some seasonings right here for the salmon. Al has them ready to go. This is going to be the salmon for the salads. And he's seasoning that right now with our house blend that we make ourselves. And we will put that in the oven in a little bit. So later on we'll come out here and actually do the supply boxes for tomorrow. This cart right here is for my concession stand that I run tonight. And we have our menu right there for the concession stand. So that'll be later on today. Probably we open at about 5:45. So that's just a cart that we have starting to get ready for that. And then this right here, like I said, is for our supplies. So we have a washing machine in our washroom. So this tablecloth will be washed for that. I'm gonna do that in a minute. And then all these boxes will be lined up on the table, and then we'll fill them with new supplies. These are the supplies from a couple days ago. So we're going to refill those and get it ready for the next day. These are empty boxes over here for boxes that have to be packed for Thursday. And then these 2 boxes on top are boxes for my cooking demos that we take to the studio. So it's a lot of things going on. This is the bingo hall. So this will be what I run my concession stand for later on today. So that's pretty much it. It's tea bags for our customers for later on. We put coffee up later on. So that's about it. So I'm just going to sit back down on my computer and have some things to work on. A lot of invoices and just some other things I need to work on. So I want to get my day going. All right, so the first thing on my list is I have to come up with a quote for this. This is for a baby shower that's coming up next month. And this is the menu that they asked for. So I'm just going to work on a quote for this for the baby shower. So it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Most of the things that we do are by the pan. And some of the things we do are per person if you get our buffet package that we have for lunch. So I'm just going to work on the invoice. So let me show you what I do there. So this is the document that we use for our catering proposals. Let me see if you can see it. So basically, let me take, this is an old customer. So basically, I just saved a copy of an old document. It's going to update it with the new information. So of course we have our payment information on there. And it basically says payment is accepted in the form of cash, check, or credit cards, who to make the checks payable to. If they do pay by check, it also gives the cancellation and change policy. So it says, you need to have your guest count to us within 7 days of the event. We would like it a little bit sooner, but sometimes I know last minute things do come up. You have to cancel within 14 days of the event, and then you also have to make sure your final payment is paid within 3 days of the event. So you want to make sure you get your payment. When I first started out, I would let people, pay like the day of or whatever the case may be, and it didn't work out too well. Now, you do have some clients. I will say that you have some clients, corporate clients, that have different pay structures. So they may be a net 15. We don't really do net 30 anymore. Because you have to wait too long to get paid, but net 15. So it's a situation where you submit your invoice to them. This is a proposal, but we have a separate invoice, and I can show you that too. But you submit your invoice, and they have 15 days to pay you. But like I said, those are mainly our corporate clients who are repeat customers and who we have that relationship and that's whatever worked out with them. So if you're doing private parties, we always get paid up front. All right, take my word for it. We're small, and we've had some situations, okay? But I learned that in the past. So I also talk a little bit about setup, decor, and delivery. Most of our catering these days are just drop off and setup. So in here, I just outline the time. So it'll be delivered between this time and this time. It'll be set up in what area. So this particular customer, we usually set up in their penthouse level. This was the customer before, so I'm updating to a new customer. So that's on there. I also have, I forgot one part, the event location. So we put the address of the event here, and then we also put the person of contact, because sometimes the client name and the person you're dealing with will be a different person than the person of contact on the day of your event. So like this person is going to be a baby shower, and it's actually for a family member. The person of contact may be her mom, it may be the event planner, it may be a cousin, it may be the child's father. You don't know who it's going to be. So you want to put that on there along with their telephone number and email address. And when you get to your event, you don't have to worry about who are you going to call to get into the location and start the setup, because anything that's late or behind can really mess up your process. So right here you have the menu details, and like I said, this is all going to change. This is a different menu. So we basically have right here what it is. This is a buttermilk fried chicken sliders, a small pan. I put feeds 10 to 12. They had specific instructions. They wanted to deconstruct it because they had some people that were gluten-free, even though this is breaded. So the other one, the roasted vegetable one, really applied to them. But they wanted them to be able to assemble their sandwiches themselves so that anything they don't want on it, they don't have to add, which is perfect for me. So I put that on here. And once I type the invoice, that goes on there too. So they got assorted fruit, salad. You put your delivery and setup fee on there, your total price, sales tax, total amount. If you include gratuity, put that on there too. And then also, whatever else they need, like the sternos are on here to keep the food hot, if you're doing plates or whatever the case may be. So that's all on there. All right. Then at the bottom, the third page, signature line. So you have, agreement to the terms and details outlining this agreement are confirmed with the appropriate information and signatures on the line below. So we have a line for myself to sign and a date, and also the customer, their signature and their date. All right. This gets sent to the customer, and then once they approve it, we send them a separate invoice. The invoice will have a link to pay directly on the invoice, and it'll also allow them to tip. If they want to store their credit card for future purchases, you can do that. So let me show you that too. All right, so this is Square, and this is what we use to create our invoices. And they have a lot of things on the side now. They changed the format a little bit, but you can schedule the payments when they're due. You can also set up a payment schedule. So if you wanted to do like a 50% deposit, you can do that. If you wanted to, you can set the due date for whenever you want it to be. So if it's today, tomorrow, whatever the case, you can set it for that. And then you can also, you see right here, it says accepted forms of payment. Then it has payment method on file. So if the customer decided to store their payment information, customer actions, they can tip. They can save their payment info. Then it says, how do you want to share it? Via email. You can set reminders, and that's for shipping. That's different. All right, so you can see here, you can type in the customer's name. So a lot of our customers are already saved. If they're not saved, you can create a new file for them, so that every time you start to send something to them, their information is already in there. The invoice title, so it'll be baby shower, whatever kind of catering you're doing. Service date, it gives you a calendar where you select the date of your event. It'll give you an invoice ID, which a lot of your corporate clients are going to need that. A message, usually we say something like "thank you for your business," and then I retype the the event details right there. So I usually type the address, the person of contact, because like I said, it may be different from the person that's paying, the person that's the customer. So I type the person of contact. I also type right there the delivery time. So all of that stuff is understood, and it's all there on the invoice as well, because Square doesn't give you a space to type all of that extra information besides right here in the message. So I type it there, and then you start to type your line item. You type your line items, and then you put in the sales tax rate. It'll calculate everything automatically. Once you put something in there, then you put your price, how many, the quantity, it'll total it up for you. You send this to your customer automatically right here at the top. You can also save a draft, or you can preview it, and then it goes directly to your customer. Now, if your customer's taking a little bit of time to pay their bill, you can send reminders, and they'll have an automatic reminder, which is here. Once you send it, there'll be an option to send a reminder, and it'll send a reminder to the customer's email straight from you. Anytime you want to update the invoice, if they change their mind, you can also send them the updated invoice automatically. So it's a good system. It's good for keeping all of your records. There are plenty of charts and things that you can print out to summarize everything. I won't show you all of that because it has all of our personal information and finances in there, but it's a really good system. So that's it. I'm going to get to work, and hopefully this helps somebody. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.